A couple is peacefully sleeping in their tent when a blood-curdling scream shatters the night. Startled, the man unzips the flap and discovers their friend under attack by a zombie. He rushes to intervene, only to become the creature's next victim. Witnessing this horror, Jessie seizes a nearby shovel and strikes the zombie down, but her boyfriend's injuries are too grave to survive. Grief-stricken, she carries her friend to the car and speeds away. On the road, the dying companion utters a shocking secret that infuriates Jessie. Distracted by rage, she loses control, and the vehicle overturns. When she regains consciousness, a zombie looms outside, and her friend is already reanimated inside the wreck. With a heavy heart, Jessie ends her friend's suffering with a piece of cardboard. Kicking open the trunk to flee, she is bitten in the waist but fights back fiercely. Stumbling through the forest, Jessie discovers a small clearing where a little girl plays. Desperate for rescue, she approaches, only to realize the child is also undead. Terrified, she turns and flees until she finds an abandoned house. Inside, she grabs a weapon for protection but slips on a pool of blood, alerting a lurking zombie. In the nick of time, Jessie grasps a hammer and dispatches the creature with a single blow. As she catches her breath, the door swings open to reveal Emma, a woman who has been hiding while searching for her sister. Emma explains that her brother-in-law already succumbed to the outbreak and that she was too frightened to leave. Jessie's timely arrival saves her from a grisly fate. After securing the house, Jessie begins cleaning her wounds. Emma returns and finds Jessie tending to herself. Confessing that she was bitten yet remains uninfected, Jessie proposes that her mother, a virologist who administered experimental vaccinations throughout her childhood, might hold the key to her immunity. Intrigued, Emma agrees to help Jessie reach her mother. They set out immediately, only to find the streets swarming with zombies. Emma hurls a bottle to create a diversion, and they slip through the back entrance of a nearby restaurant. Inside, they encounter a group of survivors led by Frank. The moment Jessie enters, Frank levels a shotgun at her and instructs Brandon to search her for weapons. Once he confirms she poses no threat, Frank reluctantly grants her refuge, still keeping his gun trained on the newcomer. Frank assumed command of the group, and no one dared to challenge his authority. A television broadcast soon revealed that the outbreak stemmed from a mutated flu virus triggered by a vaccine, one developed by Jessie's mother. With over 1 million people already inoculated, the situation had spiraled far beyond anyone's expectations. Determined to confront her mother and uncover the truth, Jessie found herself at odds with Frank's firm grip on the car keys. While Jessie and Brandon conferred on a course of action, the restaurant's power abruptly cut out. They discovered the generator had failed, and as Frank worked to restore it, a zombie lunged at him, sinking its teeth into his neck. Brandon's quick shot dispatched the creature, but Frank's injuries proved fatal. Though mournful, the group gained the means to escape, and several survivors, inspired by Jessie and Brandon's mission, elected to join them. Others remained behind in the restaurant. As they journeyed, they encountered a lone figure on the road, Emma's missing sister, distraught and carrying her young daughter, who had already been bitten. Overcome by grief, Emma rushed forward, only to watch her sister choose to stay with her infected child.
No, wait, what? I'm so sorry about how this all ended.
With the horde closing in, Emma, clutching her last living relative, bid the group farewell. Though Jessie urged her into the car, Emma refused.
Wait, Emma!
Emma! Come on, Emma! Come on!
And they reluctantly drove on without her. Their next stop was a convenience store, where Brandon slipped inside to gather supplies. A piercing scream drew them back. Brandon had been bitten, and an incoming wave of undead forced the survivors to abandon him. Now reduced to 3, they pressed on until their car broke down. Venturing on foot, they stumbled upon a group of zombies feeding and found themselves pursued. Lucas bravely stayed behind, buying time for Jessie and the third survivor to reach an abandoned truck. They fled into the night and were rescued by a nearby farmer. Lucas, meanwhile, located another vehicle but was ambushed by its owner and 2 associates. Shot and wounded, he nonetheless managed to start the engine and speed away. He reunited with Jessie and her sister at the farm, and together they continued their quest. By nightfall, however, Lucas succumbed to his injuries. The following morning, Jessie and her sister pressed onward on foot, only to draw the attention of a new horde. With ammunition running low and enemies closing in, they prepared to fight for their survival. Just when all hope seemed lost, her sister was seized by the ankle. An elderly passerby intervened, his aim unerring as he dispatched the attacking zombies and rescued both Jessie and her sister. He brought them to his home, where he provided food and shelter. Discovering Jessie's mission to save humanity, he personally trained her in marksmanship and
try it. Take your time.
Upon learning of her quest, entrusted her with the keys to his prized off-road vehicle. As Jessie prepared to depart, she noticed a fresh scratch on her sister's ankle from a zombie encounter. The elderly man urged her to leave her sister behind, assuring her he would handle the situation. Bound by her promise to Lucas and holding on to the hope that their mother could cure the infection, Jessie insisted on taking her sister along. Reluctantly, the man cleared a path through the remaining undead to secure their exit. En route, the virus mutated rapidly, and before they reached safety, her sister fully transformed into a zombie. Devastated, Jessie had no choice but to end her sister's suffering. After a tearful burial, she summoned her resolve and pressed on alone. Shortly thereafter, Jessie arrived at the experimental facility where her mother worked. A survivor spotted her and alerted the women inside. Who descended quickly to fend off a zombie breach. Once her identity was confirmed, they recognized her as the virologist's daughter and guided her to the laboratory. There, she found a recorded message from her mother, who had anticipated her arrival and arranged for a bodyguard to escort her. In the message, her mother revealed that Jessie's unique antibodies were critical to formulating a cure. Without delay, the bodyguard secured the garage entrance, cleared the remaining threats, and led Jessie to the next laboratory. Ultimately, the cure was successfully synthesized and distributed via drones to every corner of the globe, ending the outbreak and saving humanity. That concludes our movie recap. If you've made it this far, please give a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. See you later. Have a nice day.